You know me, the fighting freak
Pumpken,
and we're at
Utropeia podcast. Anna Cranberry, Chris Moonjump, and Todd Ogredose. Bill, MrYu video. Seeker, aka Dimmsdale.
Brian, Hambone, Hannah, Jimmy Poop and Louie, Jimmy Poop. Hey, does Mario Kart exist?
Because I'd like to apologize.
Come step up to the plate and meet your match. It ain't no thing. That was easy.
Hello and welcome to the Utropeia podcast. I am your host, Ken, and it is a very thankful year. I'm thankful that I am also stuffed inside of this turkey, inside of this duck. I guess you could call me a turduck Ken.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
There's a lot of build up to that.
It's not really, actually. There
No,
was
it's
a
just
little
got layers.
it was a layered joke.
I don't like that.
Like an onion.
That's good. That's bad. Welcome to the Utropeia podcast. I am your host, Ken, also known as Pumpken. We are moving past the Spooktropia podcast episodes, and we are now into the Shanksgiving month of November. So we're gonna start. Yeah, sure. That's why we're talking about prison breaks this week. Because Shanksgiving is the joke I make every year.
Are we gonna have a theme for every month now?
No.
Not really. This is about it. I mean, like, what power do you associate with prisons? Really?
I don't want to
Money?
say it.
Yes, money, exactly. It's money.
Yeah.
Yeah, not that other thing that we're all thinking of. This is the Utropeia podcast. If you haven't listened before, this is the podcast where we talk about tropes. We're more of a couch-style discussion. We're friends. We're all involved in different aspects of media, and we like to, just kind of pal around and talk about it. More of a couch-style discussion, but we like to have fun. And introducing, of course, my other special guest and co-host, Anna Cranberry, joining me, as always.
Hello, good evening, morning, afternoon, whenever you're listening to it.
Whenever you choose to listen to us, even if you're dead. But
Are you really choosing then?
No.
Okay, just checking.
$24.99.
Don't speak for the
your
dead,
first
Sager.
Have it
date.
play for eternity for your loved ones.
That's right. Inside of the crypt of your choosing, we'll just blast this ghetto style all the way up and
Weird
down.
advertising voice.
In a thumping hearse.
Isn't that what the Utropeia podcast kit is, where they just play this podcast over and over again
Yep.
inside the ground?
Yeah. You do realize they actually do make caskets that you can pump music into,
That's...
like while they're in the
Can you
ground,
imagine
and then
walking
you
through
can
the
listen to it
graveyard and you just hear...
Give me money.
What?
From my favorite joke from, I don't know what week it was, but I just said, find it at google.com. Give me money.
Oh, that was our show week. I remember
Yeah,
that.
that was right. That's where I plugged like 15 goddamn things.
Yeah.
We also run a little blue. Sorry you had to find out this way. My other guests are Saker, aka Dimmsdale.
Hey, how's it going?
Wow.
Hey,
Oh,
how's it going?
Overwhelmed.
I was going to put on my aspirin character, but I forgot his voice.
you mean Steven
Yeah,
the
too much
Aspirin?
You remember more about him than I do.
I edit it every week. And of course, Todd Ogredose.
Hey, everyone.
Chris Moonjump.
I think intros are played out.
They're pretty played out.
We're on the moon. We're
You
far
can
above
introduce
the-
me once, but don't people know me after that?
And Bill, MrYu video.
Hello.
It's Bill.
It is.
It's a thrill for Bill.
It's a thrill to know Mr. Bill.
It's a thrill for Mr. Bill.
Time for Thrill House.
Oh. Thrill ho.
That's the joke from that episode.
Yeah.
Bill House enters his name into the game. It says Thrill House, but there wasn't enough room, so it just says Thrill.
That's right. It was the joke. And it was funny, and we left.
I like it.
That's how a joke works.
That's actually not how most of our jokes work.
No.
I believe our jokes work by beating them into the ground.
Most of our jokes work like this. TGI Fridays. Chocolate milk, Segway, Zach Braff beating a
You just
child.
call them out right now.
Nick Cannon, Mariah Carey, and Chicken.
And I don't know.
Segue going off of a
We
cliff.
did.
10 puns.
Ken puns.
Can make some puns.
Ken
Ketchup.
puns.
And
And
Rocky
speaking of ketchup,
Thank you, Rocky 4.
thank you, Rocky, for reminding us that we should always try our best and talk about what we're excited for / bummed out about. That's a thing we do, and if you don't like it, then you don't have to listen to it anymore because it's gonna be cut out, and we'll have a new segment, Utropeia Ketchup, where we'll pitch stuff that we like, maybe, and we'll see how that goes. What's
In
up?
hindsight.
Oh, that's a good one. In hindsight.
Hindsight.
In hindsight.
Didn't know we were getting with the zeitgeist.
It's a gluten-free menu.
I don't know about that one.
I liked it. I thought it was great. But to play a game of Guten Tag, Saker,
my
you're
God.
it.
Oh,
You like that pun?
it was hard because I was so enraptured, and then you called on me, and I don't. What do I? All right. So this is the part where we're on the segment.
This is the podcast.
Wait, are we recording?
Is this a podcast?
What is this?
Oh, there's another one we forgot.
That's a good one. TGI Fridays. I'm not even going to say his name anymore. I'm going to beep him out.
That was a good
But he'll know.
suggestion, James.
That was a good suggestion. Redacted.
Redacted.
Can we just replace his name with like a stabbing
Oh,
noise
hold on.
instead of
Hold
the
on,
ghost
hold on,
noise?
hold on. TGI Fridays. Okay, there we go.
There we go. That'll do.
We all say it together.
Yeah, do we want that?
No, it's going to take too much time.
Okay, you're right. Sorry. Keep going, Saker. This will get cut out.
Let's see. I have a thing I'm psyched about and a thing I'm bummed about. So the thing I'm psyched about is that I've been playing Xenoblade Chronicles, and it's really fun. And I started playing it because of Smash, and I do not regret it. Though I haven't, now that I haven't played a JRPG in years probably, because I just don't have 40 hours to put into a game. So I'm chipping away at it very slowly. But the thing that bums me out, and this bums me out so hard, is that I have a coworker who is a landlord, and he said, "Oh man, I had these tenants who were bums, and they stiffed me on the rent, and I had to evict them, and they left a bunch of stuff behind." He's like, they were big, gaming fans. They had all this classic gaming stuff. I was just gonna throw it out, but maybe if you want any of it. I've had dreams like that before, where I'm gonna go in and it's gonna be all track or Nintendo World Championships and but it was there was a copy of Willow.
Oh man, Capcom's Willow.
Yes, Capcom's Willow.
And you won.
So yeah, I now have 2 copies of Capcom's Willow. And
Hey, I'll take that off your hands if you're gonna be.
please, I was gonna give it away at OhioCon this year maybe, but I'll give it to you.
Well, no, that's a beautiful prize to give up. So
And
reminds me of it.
what else? Alex Kidd and an NES without any power cords, and yeah, just horrible, terrible things. So
Just a rat jar of terrible.
yeah,
Was it original NES?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I can get you some cords.
Well, howdy do. Thank you. That'd be awesome.
You probably only need a AC adapter because it does do the red and yellow.
Oh, well, perfect then. Yeah, I'll just go to Radio Shack and pick some up. Thanks for listening to the Classic Gaming Podcast. Good night.
Till we game next time.
Till we game
So long,
geek
partners.
next week.
Space Cowboys.
Up, down, left.
Up.
right,
Can we
right.
play next day?
Till we
Play next day.
till we have to
Till we
fix
gay
our
away.
AC adapter next week.
I want this to be cut out, but I just need to ask.
Okay.
Is Shulk in Xenoblade Chronicles? Who is
Yes.
that character?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't-
Shulk.
It's
Who is Shulk? I don't.
Oh, he's the main character.
He's
some doofus kid from Podunk
Hey, I'm
Town.
the main character.
Yeah,
well,
basically.
I've
yeah.
never fought my brother in space
I
before.
wish he had.
So yeah, Oh, also,
He's
Bill,
just
by the
fucking
way,
Fix it, Felix.
Yeah, sure.
Is he really feeling it?
oh, he's
Yes.
really. There's so many better quotes from that game. I'm really feeling it as good. But yeah, do you know? Okay, we're cutting all this, right?
Yeah.
I don't care.
There's the part in the 50 facts about Smash Brothers thing. Did you guys watch that?
Mm-hmm.
Where like now Pitt has like conversations he can have with his people from his game, just like Snake did and Fox did in the other games. You know what I'm talking about, like the codec conversations.
Okay, yeah, so it'd be like him and Palutena
Right.
talking.
Yeah.
And so there's one where when he's talking about Shulk, he's like, "Oh, you know, what is that thing?" And Palutena goes, "Oh, you know, that's the Monado. It's the famed sword." And he's like, "Oh, I thought these guys were super tough, but it really looks like they're a bunch of jokers," which is a line from the game that is going to go over 90% of people's heads, but he even says it in a British accent, which makes me so happy. Do you know the reason that game everybody has a British accent?
I don't know, Space
Because
Brits?
it was dubbed in UK.
Yes, exactly, because NOA refused to bring it over, and Nintendo of Europe was like, "Well, we'll translate it." And Nintendo of A was like, "No, I don't care if it has a translation." And then GameStop said like, "Well, we'll like region free it, like if it's sold exclusively at GameStops." And Nintendo of America was like, "Fine," because GameStop didn't have to do anything; it was all translated. All they did was bring it to America. So everybody's British, and every spelling is British. And I've learnt some Armor. All right, I'm done.
The Queen's
Well,
English, yes.
Yes.
Well, yeah, the any of the Opera Info games were like that, where most of them were done by the British. It worked really well with The Last Story
Oh, I didn't know that.
because because it's very medieval.
Yeah.
It is.
And being as it's a medieval setting, the British accents actually work very well with it.
That's super cool.
That and British voice actors are kind of awesome. Like,
Kinda.
yeah,
It's hard. Some of them really overact in this game, but I don't know. It is cool.
yeah.
I just imagine the guy who plays Shulk must be like, he did this one weird random game for the Wii, and now he's in Smash Brothers. I imagine he's really happy, but I don't know.
I made it.
I made it. Mom, I made it.
Mother, I made it.
May I have some more?
I'm coming home.
Come look on the table.
Should we try to get back on track?
Yeah, sure. So, Anna, what's the next card in the line?
Well, you know what I'm excited about?
What are you excited about?
I have been engaged for 1 full year.
Yay! Congrats!
Who's it to? Is he taller than me?
Maybe a little bit,
Okay.
but he does look really similar.
Did he compose the theme for the Utropeia podcast?
I don't know, but that guy is really cool, whoever he is.
Deserving my judgment.
Ken just looks into a mirror.
Why?
What?
Why couldn't I be that guy?
No, I'm excited.
Oh yeah. Our engagement is coming up this weekend, and I'm very excited about it. We're gonna do some fun stuff, and maybe feed some birds, and it'll be very sweet.
And we got a wedding coming up. Woo!
Yeah, boop, boop.
Everyone's gonna dance with
TGI Fridays, Mr. and Mrs. TGI Fridays. Everyone's gonna do
Mr. and
I didn't even say
Mrs.
that.
Mrs. TGI Fridays.
I can't wait to dance with TGI Friday.
Neither can I. TGI Fridays. No, it's gonna be a real good time. It's gonna be Mr. and Mrs. Golem. It's gonna be absolutely wonderful. But that should be absolutely lovely.
Yay.
Yay!
Sappiness over.
Sap overflow. Delicious maple syrup.
Oh.
I was gonna talk about. Well, I can't talk about anything else because that would be sad to overshadow our wedding.
That's okay.
We
Redacted.
we did just watch Over the Garden Wall. Actually, like it was given to us by TGI Fridays, and I'm not even kidding about that. It's a really good series, Over the Garden Wall. Really well done animation. It's all like the 1800s, 1820s, I believe, was the time period set for it. That ending, man, it's
Don't spoil anything.
It's a
Go
trope
watch
we all
it.
talk
It's
about, but it's
amazing.
My God, so well done. It's really effing cool. It's only 10 episodes, and they're like 11 minutes long, so it's 2 episodes for every half-hour block.
It goes real fast. Yeah.
My God, it is a beautiful seasonal piece too. Just like it's around this time of year, and I love fall, so I'd be naturally inclined to like it. But it all fits so well. It's very like fairy tale oriented. Ah, my gosh, I could really gush
I'm
on
almost
that.
inclined for you to cut out part of it because I don't want anything spoiled. But it is really, really good. Christopher Lloyd,
Yeah,
Elijah Wood,
Elijah Wood. Yep.
So there's others that I can't think of right now, but
who's the voice of
The right stuff.
what? The right stuff?
Oh.
Oh,
Sorry.
who is the voice of Darth Vader? Why am I blanking on
it's
that?
not James Earl Jones.
Is it? It's not James Earl
No.
Jones for Pumpkin?
No,
Robert Prowse?
Pretty big Pumpkin?
I don't know.
Okay.
But it's not James Earl Jones.
I thought it was. Never mind. Redacted.
I'm sorry.
It's not Darth Vader.
To anyone who got my reference, I'm sorry.
But no, it's a really good piece to watch if you're, into entertainment. And I'll probably talk about it next week on that podcast that we're probably going to do. Sorry. Todd Ogredose. What's up, man?
I don't have much this week. They're finally releasing the first Mario Kart DLC
Oh,
this upcoming week.
we can
so,
start playing again,
yeah.
and Anna can get mad at me.
Yay! I love when Anna gets mad at me in Mario Kart.
When you were actually a
But I
challenge.
saw-
Oh, that reminds me. I need to get all of your guys' info stuff. I have a Wii
My
U.
Ninja info cards.
Yeah.
Yes! There's a classic. I'm looking that up right now.
Do I keep talking about
Yes.
Mario
Yeah.
Kart after that?
You have to.
Yes,
do we
you do.
do we know the
They-
list of everything that's in it so far?
Yeah, they released the Nintendo Minute about it, and so they do have they showed Mute City is in it, and Excite Bike, and the Hyrule, and they brought back Yoshi Circuit from Double Dash, and the Super Nintendo version of Rainbow Road is in it, and Mario Kart. Or no, Wario's Mine, and another I can't remember. I think another new one. No, it's like two other new ones I don't remember. But I'm really looking forward to it because I love me some Mario Kart.
Don't we all? When Anna's not mad at us.
Why am I the only one that gets mad?
No, you're right.
Because I'm such
Hambo
a
and
child.
Hannah also get some Roy Rage.
I'm just gonna throw this one out here. The person who won our last meetup, this guy.
Well, I mean, the last meetup meaning
You
what?
ready?
Because Anna was
What's-
a great loser at my party a couple
Excuse
weekends
me?
ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
Excuse me.
No, you did really well when you lost. I mean, you were very,
Races where I beat your ass
yeah. I don't recall that
in your
happening.
own hometown.
I don't recall
own
that
house.
happening.
She shat on your rug.
What kind of gal comes into your house and beats you at Mario Kart?
A winner.
Respect a man.
well, I think we're gonna need to do a Utropeia kart.
All right,
Oh,
who's
yeah.
candidate?
Oh, we do need to do one of those. Oh, can we do one of those?
Please, someone else edit it.
I got the stuff to record it.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go. No, I'm pretty excited about that too. Thank you for reminding me. Ooh, Pokemon's coming out this month too, but I'll probably say that next week. Okay.
All kinds of video games.
Oh,
are
yes.
coming out this
Well,
year.
I was gonna let Bill,
Never mind.
MrYu video.
Redacted.
Rejected.
What?
Ooh,
Guess
excited
keep
about
going.
this week.
Excited?
Yeah, excited and bummed.
Walkthrough Season 2's on Netflix now. I got to see the preview for the new episodes through the Kickstarter stuff.
Aw, yeah.
And,
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah,
go
the
see...
OVA trailer was
Oh, it's
phenomenal.
good. But, I'm gonna go see Big Hero 6 tomorrow.
Yes.
And I
It's out
still need
this
to go
weekend.
see Book of Life, but
I liked Book of Life a
yeah,
lot.
I haven't had time to do anything, so...
It's alright. It's okay.
Oh, I guess that's something I could actually, something that I've actually, why I'm so busy. We're getting ready to pitch for the animation project I was working on.
Cool.
That's awesome.
We want to have the pitch Bible done by Monday,
Good. I'm excited to see.
but we've moved the kind of the dates so much, so already we want to do it by the end of September, so we'll see if we actually get it done Monday, but I definitely need to link you guys to some art though. I keep forgetting to
Sorry,
do that.
man. But no, I'm excited. I'm excited to see. Oh, cool. Yay! Yay! Mr. Moonjump, what do you have for
Yes.
us this week, sir?
Did you guys watch the Nintendo Direct
I
this
didn't
week?
see that.
pretty much everything on Nintendo
Jesus
Direct.
Christ. I'm all my money.
Oh, my money.
Let's see. Quick rundown. Majora's Mask for 3DS.
Yep.
Yes.
Project Steam looks
Yes,
phenomenal.
America.
Yeah. It's Super America, which obviously means I'm going to get it. Besides the...
You were a secret organization ran by Abe Lincoln.
Yeah. Abe Lincoln in sweet mech armor.
Ooh.
And
Do you hunt vampires?
That's
No,
historically
aliens.
accurate, by the way. Prove me
Yes.
wrong.
Yeah, no.
You don't know
don't
Abe
know.
Lincoln.
You haven't fought a vampire on horseback.
Yeah. They
But also, like, two of the characters you play as is Tom Sawyer and Tiger
What? So
Lily.
it's League of
Yeah.
Extraordinary Gentlemen?
Kinda,
Weird.
but just all America.
Yeah.
Wait, what
America.
kind of game is it? Is it like a platformer action?
Did you ever play Hogs of War?
No.
It's like a kind, or like Worms.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
Worms
the Hog
are
of War was
Valkyria
kind of like
Yeah,
Worms.
okay. I like Valkyria.
It's in
Okay.
that same
Oh,
similar
cool. I love Valkyria.
where it's strategy. It's tactical turn based like that, but you still do get the movement and like the particular number of shots
Right.
and things like
Cool.
Of course, then. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
Let's see. They also showed more information on Splatoon and showed the single player campaign that you'd be working
Those
on.
squids look
That
good.
looks good.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and you fight the octopus.
Oh, man.
And yeah, that one looks really good. Like that actually seems like a very fun FPS, like a very different style of gameplay. So I'm very curious to see it as it moves along. Yeah, Majora's Mask was the big one. I'm very excited to spend all my money on amiibo figures.
I have to get at least one. They're too cute not to get at
Yeah.
least
I
one.
think they're doing
They
it
also,
for Smash, so.
Yeah, they are toys that let you do stuff in video
Will
games.
they?
So it's like the two things I love.
Will they have my character and specifically my color?
Maybe. But
Wait,
not
wait.
right
I
away.
believe you mean my character because I am.
I
young.
believe
No.
you know.
I am looking at a page full of my character right now, so don't even
I don't
start.
even have to click any of those to see that because
No,
all of my
that would
links
defeat the
are
purpose.
blue, and they will never not be blue. Splatoon looks fun.
Also,
I can't believe my calamar eyes. Go on, Bill.
Oh.
I was just gonna add for the rest of Nintendo Direct, Kirby's Rainbow Curse,
Yeah.
Captain Toad's Adventure. They showed a bunch of stuff for. That
Oh,
looks
gets
super
his own
fun.
game.
Yeah,
Captain
Captain
Yep.
Toad's Treasure
Good
Tracker.
for you.
Good
Good
job,
for you.
Toad.
Screaming
It's about-
for 20 years got you somewhere.
Oh, you'll love that trailer if you watch it, because that's all it is him and Toadette screaming.
Yeah.
That's honestly it for 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's like pictures of gameplay and them getting freaked out by stuff
God.
and just
It's so good. The Toads haven't changed in 20 years.
Toad used to sound cute. It's like Mario Party 64, the first one. Toad was fine.
Gubbo!
yeah, Mario Party 2 when they allowed you to taunt people.
Oh, God.
That's when he got terrible. Because that's when I spent 2.5 hours with my group of friends down here just hitting the taunt button.
They really needed to put a wait time, a cooldown on that taunt.
Nope, you can
That's
spam
why
it.
it's better.
With the gator.
Worthless. Okay. Can't finish.
What
Can't
could be
finish.
greater?
No.
What could be greater?
I'm losing my fingers.
Gator gulps. Me and Brandy. Okay. Did you? No, I was gonna honestly let you finish.
I had nothing to say.
But now we're dead. And
Okay.
you're alive. 13 Dead End Drive, everyone. Go out.
Glad we're back at
Go
13
out
Dead End Drive.
That would
at
be
your
good,
local store. Yeah.
Utropeia board game cast.
Yeah, sponsor us. 13 Dead End Drive.
That game that hasn't been in production for like 10 years.
You can still buy
So we
it.
make like a shitty home copy.
With all of the Utropeia Justice League.
Yes.
You can play as the Hype Ghost, or as Tim Stretchman, or as
13
any-
dead end cast.
Oh my gosh, that was making me sick. But to break out from our starting point, let's talk about some breakouts. So prison movies. What do you guys typically think of first when I talk about a Prison Break, a movie where you are entrapped or incarcerated and you got to get out? What's your first thought? Mr. Moonjump, we ended with you, and let's start the same way. It's a new moon. What do you got, man?
Right. The Great Escape.
The Great Escape? Can't say I've seen that one, man.
Yeah,
What's up?
Good.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Really?
Amazing.
The Great Escape is one of those, like, if you really enjoy the cinematography and crafting of movies, you need to watch The Great Escape. They actually completely replicated the Stalag Luft 3, which is it's supposed to be the maximum security POW prison that Americans had that the Germans had for the Americans in World War II. And it's actually based on the true story of the Great Escape, where basically the group of American and British soldiers actually busted out by using their cans to dig three separate tunnels underneath the walls over a period of months. And basically a number of them actually made it out, and a bunch got caught in things as they were recaptured at the last moment. But yeah, it was kind of a phenomenal piece of construction.
Yeah.
And,
A quick question: wasn't Charles Bronson in that?
yes, as a matter of fact, he was.
I've never seen it, but I just know Charles Bronson. Was in it.
Like this is like a star-studded movie for the time, because you've got Steve McQueen, Richard Attenborough, who just passed away here recently, James Garner, and Charlie Bronson before he went to do kind of like the film do the noir revenge films.
Death Wish?
Yeah.
Yes. Everyone should watch at least one Death Wish movie.
And there's so many to
Preferably
choose
the
from.
first
Everyone
one.
should have at least one Death Wish.
Just skip the Death Wish 3 and thank
And
me.
thank
later.
Rocky for immediately after.
But yeah, in that one, like I said, it's an amazing amount of, they forged passports to be able to evade. They had plans for basically how to keep off the roads and where to meet up with insurgency groups, and basically how to they had full document forging, new clothes and things that they gradually smuggled into the prison, basically just from picking up pieces of cloth and things that had packed around. Yeah, and then actually taking small pieces of wood from timber that would fall from the trees in camp and things, and would actually build. They were actually building mine shafts underneath that were small enough for them to actually go on a track system out and underneath the gate. It was a great escape, which is yeah.
It sounds a lot more involved than a lot of my examples. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was an amazing feat, and it's kind of part of the reason why they made a movie about it.
Yeah, it sounds like a good first one, and just an example of a good one. To be honest, I haven't even seen it, and I already think it's pretty good because I'm into it. It, man.
You should totally watch it. It's pretty common to come on during the summers on some older television stations and things.
Okay,
So it's readily available. So
check it out. I will. I did a Yoda version on that, but interesting. That was easy. That was weird. Okay, Anna.
That was easy.
There it is. I've missed that was easy button. It's been too long. It's been a while. Stained. But what isn't stained is Anna's opinion on what she thinks of first when it comes to
breakouts?
For a breakout.
For breakout.
Yeah.
You know that game where you got the little paddle? The ball bounces up and down, and you
talking about Crossfire? You'll get caught up in it.
I believe she's talking about Super Breakout.
Okay, I was too caught up in Crossfire. I'm sorry.
For example, Shawshank Redemption, one of the best movies ever.
Oh, that was mine, but it's a good one.
You can talk about it because it's a damn good movie.
It is a damn good movie.
But it's not just a prison breakout. It's also just an experience with prison. And
yep.
I'm pretty sure everyone's watched it, but it's amazing. The end.
Yeah, the end of that movie.
I will explain nothing. Go watch it now if you haven't.
That was my first exposure to Clancy Brown, but not my last. Also, do yourself a favor and watch a Clancy Brown movie.
Yes.
Highlander? Yeah, watch Highlander.
What?
Ooh,
I
that's three lands.
Out of all of the examples.
Clancy Brown.
You're welcome.
No, but Shawshank Redemption, really good movie. It's a good timepiece for how prisons kind of worked back in the day. I don't think, maybe I don't think completely resembles that, but a good narration. That wasn't Morgan Freeman's breakout role, I don't think, but it's certainly where the origin of the joke of oh my gosh, I didn't know.
I thought that was on purpose. That was so good. It certainly was his breakout role.
There's subconscious. Was it his breakout role? It kind of was. But no, there's a joke that every time Morgan Freeman explains the plot of a movie, he gets a new freckle, and I think that's where it all starts. So, the freckles on Morgan Freeman in Shawshank Redemption. No, really good movie. About a guy who has it kind of all figured out, but he plays it cool the whole time. He goes and he really works the prison system, and you think he gets himself into like a terrible situation, which he does, but he has everything under control. It's just so satisfying to see the end of that movie. Really dark. It was one of my first, this is a weird thing to admit, but I'm getting flashbacks. It was kind of like one of my first R-rated movies, actually, I think, watching as a kid. I'll have one of those.
The Matrix.
My first R-rated movie was way more depressing. Well, actually, Shawshank Redemption.
It was pretty bad for, I was kind of sheltered, so,
Because mine was Schindler's List.
You guys are the most cultured, like, none of you went to, like, Friday the 13th, you saw Schindler's List. Like, I can imagine you sneaking in and being all self-satisfied, like, Mom and Dad will never know I saw Schindler's List.
No,
my
parents took me to show the horrors of war when I was, like, 6 or 7. Yeah. So, hey, learned a little bit something about the Moonjump.
Yeah.
The more you jumped. The next in our orbit is Todd Ogredose. What's up, man?
I think there was a movie probably a little while back now called Life. It has
Do you get lucky in the game of life?
Another board game adaptation movie.
I don't know how lucky we get because it's an Eddie Murphy movie and Martin Lawrence.
Ooh.
But it's about like two guys that get, of course, framed for something they didn't do and end up going to a life sentencing in a southern prison. And it's kind of a comedy. And most of it is them trying to break out and failing miserably, and it's kind of like The Odd Couple Goes to Prison.
That's a great title for a movie.
That's awesome.
I like that for the title of this episode, actually.
But it's not too bad of a movie. It's worth a watch. But I don't know why it was the first one I went to. But yeah, Life.
It's life. Living until you die. Saker. What's up, man?
I thought of The Great Escape first, but having never seen that movie, my brain then automatically went to, just because it's kind of like The Great Escape is the trope that, I think it's the thing that everyone knows, even if you've never seen it, simply because it's ubiquitous. But then I started thinking about The Grape Escape.
What about Steak Escape?
Oh, Steak Escape? No. Honestly, the Grape Escape theme song has been stuck in my head for probably the past 20 years of my life. And I don't even remember most of the word. It's like, mash 'em, smash 'em, break 'em out of
Holy
clay.
crap, I remember that!
Do you?
Yeah.
It was to that Italian, whatever it was. But, yeah, so my brain went to Grape Escape.
Like, everybody simultaneously went, I remember Grape Escape
as soon as
now.
you did the freaking Italian theme song.
It was Mousetrap for babies, except you can make your own mice, and they were called grapes. And I guess it wasn't the same
not
at
a
all.
played out idea.
When is a mouse a grape?
But then I was thinking, what serious thing could I come up with? And I thought about and the next thing I thought of was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah,
which has a great prison break scene.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't actually know what I was thinking about when I thought about Guardians. Is I'm thinking about it because it's recent, but will it stand the test of time? Like, is that really a scene? Like, it was really funny and really good, but will it be as you know, as well regarded as some of the other stuff that we first think of? Which, I don't know, it was fun.
I mean, in its own right, there's a lot of like prison kind of like space movies, if you will. Like, if you think about, there's the Chronicles of Riddick movie. I know it wasn't the best, but that was directly a Prison Break movie. I mean, there's Pandorum, there's a bunch of other like prison ships, I think, that are kind of wandering around space for different various reasons. But I don't know, man. Like, it's part of the Marvel canon, and it'll definitely stand out for especially this time period, I think, because it's different. It's cosmic Marvel. It's kind of its own like cult classic.
That's true.
I don't know if it'll stand the test of time, but I mean, it'll certainly be significant as part of this. The Marvel movies have just become their own thing at this point. They've almost become, I don't want to say their own genre, but they're almost held separate as their own standard. It's crazy, actually, what they've become compared to like DC movies and like all of the Spider-Man reboots and stuff like that. You almost can't really argue with a Marvel movie nowadays. At least that's what it seems like for me. I don't like frequent, too many like very opinionated boards or what have you, but they don't really seem too touchable from critics' eyes. I mean, I'm starting to get a little bit of an impression that maybe they're not as favorable in certain people's eyes, but they still have enough of a fan base to just be like, nope, keep them coming. 2020, no, just keep them rolling down. I don't even care anymore.
I'm curious if what it will be, and if there will ever be a breaking point where people are just like, I don't want any more Marvel movies.
Probably when there's a Secret Invasion. I think that's when people will stop.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably once they show us Doctor Strange's
when they
terrible
show
skeleton
his
hands.
dusty as all hell, broken up, rain stick sounding skeleton hands.
Is that a box of Tic Tacs? No, it's just Doctor Strange.
No, it's just Doctor Strange meeting new people in the other room.
Go back and watch Ken's playthrough of King's Story.
Like 45 minute mark.
Doing jazz hands.
What's the Japanese hand dancing one? Para para dancing.
He's doing para para.
Yeah, Doctor Strange is just doing para para.
He's doing the Macarena.
World's best doctor, most broken hands. No one can fix them. They're practically skeleton dust with these dusty ass skeleton boned hands.
Did you guys see? Not to put us off. Well, totally to put us off track. But did you guys see the Marvel announcement today of the new Secret Wars? That's basically just like Crisis on Infinite Earths for Marvel.
No.
Oh man, it's so cool! It's like all their alternate universes coming together in Battle World. Oh, I'm so excited!
Sorry,
Spider-Ham.
Spider-Ham. They're actually doing kind of that with Spider-Man right now with Spider-Verse.
They are.
Very.
Which has Spider-Ham.
Nice. You can catch up with that next week.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So get the bun ready. Thanks, Rocky.
Thanks, Rocky 4.
Bill, MrYu video. Hey, man. What are you thinking about?
All right, so my first thought on Prison Break is actually a like personal experience I had, not with Escape in Prison. But in Fable 1, there's a part where you go to prison and you're supposed to escape, and the head of the warden is giving like this monologue with his back turned to the prisoners, and you're supposed to sneak out. And it's funny because I was never able to do it. Like I was really bad at sneaking games when I was younger, so I remember my character was in prison for I think like 10 years in the game. So by the time I beat the game, my character was like 50 or 60.
Just an old man hero. That's hilarious.
Yeah, which is also funny because in Fable 2, I did the mission where you get aged by some witch or something. So yeah, both Fables ended as an old man.
I guess this is my life now. I'm in prison.
That is my experience with Fable.
The real Fable is
what
getting
age
out
are
of
you
prison.
put in prison to begin with? Like, are you young?
I don't remember what it was. It would have been like, yeah, I would say it's maybe halfway through the game, so you're probably if I remember, because it depends on how long you take to do stuff. Like, because the days are always going, and then after missions, I think it
20 to
jumps ahead
30
a few
or-
years or like months. But I want to say I was probably in my mid-20s to late 30s, or mid-20 to mid-30s, somewhere in that like gap.
It's a hard
This was
life.
a long time. I just
Yeah.
remember at the end, it's like, after a lifetime of evil. And I'm like, one, I wasn't that evil. And two, I'm not that one. I like looked at my stats and I'm like, Jesus, I was that old.
I was 20. I had maybe 10 years of evil. Maybe.
Where has my
An
time
equal number
gone?
of years being evil.
As
in
I was,
prison.
and being a kid.
That's how I was. Yeah, I did my time. Don't judge me.
It's person changes you, man. You know, first you start off trying to save the world, and then you end with choosing for everyone else to die so your dog can live.
The
'cause
monologue just plays after
Fuck
you
people.
beat Fable and into Frame.
Bill
It's just a
MrYu
rambling old
video
man.
crawled through a river of shit.
Came out
Out
clean on
clean
the
as an
other side.
old ass dusty skeleton man on the other side.
They called him Doctor Strange.
I'm glad that's a joke that's canon here now too.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, Doctor Strange. Okay, so we spent quite a bit of time, but let's talk about who does it good. Good. Boom, 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 boom. Saker. Who do you think's a good? Who do you think's a good man? Is it John?
Oh man, John is a pretty good one. Was Rosanna Barr
Well,
served drinks?
well, you'd be
What? That's not
behind
even a
Rosanna
joke.
Barr.
I'm not sure that's a prison as much
As
as
it is
it
a
is
life
hell.
sentence.
We haven't done that
Oh.
episode
What am I
yet.
saying? You guys remember Home on the Range?
Oh my
Never
god.
mind.
That. Oh no, wait, no.
Where Roseanne Barr was a burping
Isn't that
cow?
the Disney film that no one
Yeah,
ever
with Roseanne Barr
remembers?
as a burping cow.
Fun fact: I tried to watch that
Alright.
movie about 3 separate times in my life, and I can't get past the intro.
That's beautiful. I thought, boy, my examples both suck. So first, the stupid, silly one, which is Andrew Hesse once wrote a comic called Jailbreak. Oh my
I was
God.
thinking of that
I
one.
mean, it's back when he used to take forum posts as suggestions for what to do next. So basically, like, he drew a picture of a guy in a jail cell, and then he posted it on a forum, and he said, okay, what happens now? And people would post like, oh, suddenly, a pumpkin appears. And so then he'd draw that, and then, but it was all precipitated by these forum posts that came
Right.
along. And it has absolutely no pretense of being a good breaking out of jail thing, but I don't think that any other prison break has endeared itself to me as much as that, simply because it abandons all pretense of being, of being a trope at all, of being a prison break trope. And it instead just goes for straight silly, straight bizarre and weird and fun, which I admired. I don't know. See, and this kind of leads into what I like or what I wish I'd see more of. But I really like when tropes are put on their heads.
Yeah.
Because the other one I had was in Harold and Kumar 1, when boy, these are really obscure. When Kumar was breaking Harold out of jail, and then the air vent that he was crawling in collapsed, and then when he tried to break Harold out of jail, the police beat down the black man who was in Harold's cell simply because, I don't know, because he was black.
He was
yeah.
a black guy.
He's got a gun. It's a book. Secure the book.
He's like the most
Yes, he
educated
was.
guy in the movie, and he just gets
We'll
assaulted
teach
because
you
he's
how
a
to
black
read.
man.
It's so good.
I've watched that movie, but I don't remember that part.
Really? Oh,
That's one of the
I
best
love
parts of that
all
movie.
3 Harold and Kumar movies.
I didn't know
And
there were
that's so-
3.
That is not my wheelhouse at all. Oh yeah, it was the original Escape from Guantanamo Bay and Harold and Kumar, or a very special Harold and Kumar Christmas. I'm not joking.
You're
I saw all
breaking,
3 theaters. I like stoner comedy is not my wheelhouse at all, but I love those movies for no reason. They're just so funny. But okay, that's me.
No,
Yeah,
that's
Harold and
a
Kumar.
good look into it, man. I don't know. I feel like I will definitely cut this out, but I feel like when we started doing this, there was definitely like we talked about the link between them, but now it just feels like we're sort of, I don't know, listing them off. I guess to bring it back around, and this is the part where I'll probably cut it. To bring it back around, you know, there are a lot of serious movies out there, and you bring up a very good point. You know, there are movies out there that just kind of, you know, take it like and turn it on its head, and that's kind of what the segment that we used to talk about, which is, you know, who does it, you know, what would you like to see more of, or, you know, what could you change? And I don't know. I mean, I like it when tropes get kind of turned on their head too, and the funnier sort of prison break movies. I'm trying to think. Nope, I've just got all serious ones. That's all I can think of. But I'm
that's perfect.
No, but I'm glad you brought it up, though. I mean, I guess, and I'm gonna just piggyback and cut off of it, I guess. And this will take up my one, and if I think of another, I'll do it at the end. But that can be said later. In like all of the Legend of Zelda games, doesn't Link kind of get the opportunity to be captured?
Oh, well, I want to, it actually gets into one of my examples
by all means, if you'd like
who
to.
does it well. It's the same thing with Saker, where I don't know how great it is, but it's one that I have like a personal connection to. Is in the beginning of A Link to the Past, you have to not only break out of jail but break into jail. You have to you get like cryptic messages from Zelda, and she's trapped in
I do remember
the dungeon of the castle, and you have to go in and beat like a royal guard, and then like break her out of jail, bring her through like a series of sewers, and like dump her off at like a church. It's just some dude you've never met before.
He's cool with it.
Yeah. Welcome to my home. Thank you for coming through the fireplace.
It's like, by the way, why does your fireplace connect to this?
Yeah,
I like to fuck around in the prison.
Why does this random statue connect to the sewer?
I'm
that
not
seems
very good
terrible
at
for a
DIY
church.
home improvement.
It's supposed to connect to the kitchen.
But I was thought
he's trying to like dig an addition to his house, finds the sewer, just puts
the
a statue
sewers,
over the top of it, like slides it over, makes the.
I don't know how to do drywall. No one will know.
As a business expense.
But I like it because it gives you like your first-hand experiencing like the breaking out of jail. That you have to like fight through the guards, and you have to like keep hidden and go through like the whole secret passage thing and stuff like that. So I thought it was a really cool example. Like I said, one kind of connected. A Link to the Past was a huge game in my childhood. So it was one kind of just hit a little close to home, and I just remember having a lot of fun breaking out of prison.
I guess to tap back on your point, the Legend of Zeldas that I was thinking of are actually more console based. Something that I shamefully and shamelessly, I'm conflicted about it. Let me just put it that way. If I ever run a game, I like to do the I'm doing another reference. The Skyrim sort of way of doing things, where it's a group of people who are all imprisoned, because I think as a party you can like sort of band together. You can choose each other's weaknesses and strengths, and you can find out how you can break out of an enclosed area. And I think that kind of works well for like setting a group dynamic. I like using it for like if I do like one shots or stuff like that. But in Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, when you're the Doge, when you're the wolf, you start off as a beast there, and you sort of work with Midna. She's got her own method of doing things, and you're just a dog. You're a chained up little dog, and you don't know what's going on. You're just sad and shaky with your little barky paws, and you You just want to
Just want out of prison,
You
Bart.
just want to be loved and accepted. So I don't know. I kind of dig that when it's like a group of ragtag people have to kind of get together. And there's another example that reminded me of, but I'm gonna wait until the end to talk about it because it's not bad, but it's kind of good. No, that was my 2 cents. Anna, have I asked you what's good?
One I like,
Mhm.
one I also think does it different. It's called "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?"
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Yes,
good
I
one.
wanted to talk about Oh
Um,
Brother too. Because
Yet
It's
another
so
movie
good.
that is just really good. It's just a really funny take on it. These brothers that are in a chain gang and they break out and they're trying to
Mm-hmm.
find this money and it goes all over the place. And it's just a really, really funny movie.
Is that the Soggy Bottom Boys one? Yeah.
Been turned into a horned toad.
Constant
Which
sorrow.
is actually the
Yeah,
Odyssey.
yeah, it is the Odyssey. That was
Yep.
correct.
Hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And John Goodman's in
It all comes
Mhm.
around, doesn't it?
There's the Cyclops.
I mean, there's not much I want to say about it other than that
No.
I like it.
Yeah, that you like it.
Yeah, I like. The only reason I didn't mention it was because
Very
Prison
brief.
Break is very, very brief in it. There's very little of the movie is about the prison break, but yeah, Oh Brother, We're Out. That was a fantastic movie.
No, I like it.
No, just as a side thing that we can.
Very
I'm just
musical.
curious. We can edit this out.
Yeah.
'Cause if anybody knows, do they? Because I know they allude to a lot of stuff from the Odyssey in it. Do they do Scylla and Charybdis? Because I've never seen any like the whole thing. I've never seen clips.
What are
And
Scylla
that's the
and
only thing I
Charybdis?
don't remember. What was it?
What is Scylla and Charybdis from the Odyssey?
Scylla was the sea witch.
Oh, okay.
Or,
The
yeah,
dragon.
and then Charybdis was just her pet whirlpool.
Whirlpool, yeah.
Yeah,
I
they
know they
do
did the
Sirens,
Sirens, the
Sirens,
Cyclops,
I know
and
that.
I think the flooding is supposed to be like the Poseidon stuff, kind of, sort of, but I didn't know if that was the only, like, because I know the Odyssey more than I know Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I was just
Yeah.
curious.
It's been so long since I've seen it. I can't
Yeah, it's
even
all
remember.
Greek to me.
Oh, watch it. I think it'll possibly be cut out. I don't know if anyone is going to talk about The Matrix, but that'd be an interesting one.
Whoa. That's
Whoa, right?
That's kind of like
deep.
a mind
Whoa.
prison, man.
Whoa, dude. You could talk about Neo. Or
Like a
you could
mind
also talk
prison
about
run
Agents
by
of-
robots.
Whoa.
He broke out of
That
his
was
prison.
also a Neo joke.
God damn. You're like going in endless layers of just little psychopathy.
No, the Matrix is a damn good one too, if you think about it.
Take it. Yes.
Was John Goodman?
Yes.
He played Neo.
He's the lady in the
He
red
was
dress.
number one. Bill, what's up, man?
Okay, for Who Does It Good, I was just going to go with my old standby of Wakfu, because there's an episode where they break out of a prison.
There is.
But then I
isn't there?
remembered...
Sorry.
But, like, that's just one of those, like, and it's going to go with what my example for Goes to Bed. It's just something that kind of signifies the change towards the actual plot
Yeah,
compared to, like, where everything was before. Like, once you get to that episode, the plot starts.
yeah.
But, then I remembered one of my all-time favorite games, Power Stone 2.
Oh,
It was, I think, a very interesting way to frame the story of a fighting game, was that they're all essentially trying to escape a prison.
Really? I never played through story mode.
Yeah, because, you know when you select your character and they jump out of the barred door?
I think in versus mode you just pick them.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, because
I don't know.
it's set up almost like Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
So in story mode, you've been trapped on an island by a being stronger than you, and it's like this huge island with very different areas that look very different. That's why you have the desert world, and then like you fly on the airship and land on that floating island. Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's cool.
he traps everybody who was involved with the first Power Stone War, and then wants to destroy them because it'll make his Power Stone stronger. So
Got
you
it.
escape through the prison, and then you get to him in his chamber in the castle and beat him, and it falls apart.
yep.
Then no matter who you are, you escape on Fokker's plane, or Falcon. I always play the Japanese version. Sorry.
Fuck.
Fucker.
You motherfucker.
I I know that the U.S. doesn't have any say in what the Japanese name their characters, but you think that somebody would have stepped in and said, like,
No,
"Ooh,
don't.
we can't bring
don't
that
call
to well,
Don't call
Yeah.
your main character Baka Gaijin. Come on, man.
Well,
well, not only does it sound
Yeah.
like fucker, well, maybe I shouldn't have said that, whatever,
Just-
but
Blue,
also,
it's fine.
like,
Well-
isn't the Fokker one of the planes that dropped bombs on in World War II?
Fokker was a Dutch aircraft manufacturer.
Oh, okay, so I'm totally wrong.
Well, here, let me see. World War
What do I
II.
do? Are we on the same
Yeah,
Wikipedia page?
probably.
Maybe.
Beautiful. The Fokker factories were confiscated by the Germans and used to build Bucher Bu 181 baseman trainers and parts for the Junkers Ju-52 transports.
Oh,
So, I
so
don't know,
trainers
the
and
Germans used
transport,
them to
I
build
wouldn't
planes.
say that was anything too bad.
I think this was because I remember Power Stone 2 came out when the internet was still kind of a Wild West. I must have read that in high school and been like, oh, why would they do that? And somebody just made it up. So
It was
anyway,
just a big fat lie. Someone who's not going to tell us any lies, I hope.
much like
John Goodman. He's too much of a good
What?
man. Another Goodman is Chris Moonjump. What's Goodman?
Hey,
Oh, good.
my self-esteem right now. Thank you. That's, God, there were actually, like, as we were sitting here in stream, I thought of like 8 other examples, but I'm going to shut up. The one I'm going with is the one Bill and I discussed earlier, which is Impel Down in the series One Piece, which is one of the arcs they go through where Luffy's brother is captured and put in the bottom level of Impel Down, and they're going to basically Luffy gets poisoned and has 24 hours to live, but he wants to make sure that his brother makes it out of prison. So this is Impel Down is basically like the super max prison for devil fruit users and enemies of state. So it is like the most hardcore place. There's only one person who has ever escaped
And
from
he
it.
did so by crazy
and
methods.
they're not even.
He chopped his own
Yeah.
feet off to get out of his
Yeah,
shackles.
and
Yeah. Just like Saw.
and but so Luffy decides that, you know, they had pirate crews that had tried to break people out before, but it is literally surrounded by marine forces, so anyone who ever came close
Whoa.
got basically blown up. But then Luffy just goes, hey, why don't we just run in there and punch the shit out of people?
That's his approach to everything.
Yeah, and remarkably, it works, and is super, because they literally had never planned for someone to be stupid enough to come in on foot. So
I like
it was
that.
remarkably successful, and yeah, and it's one of those that one's a really great arc for it, because it's very high, like you would think, because One Piece is very much like almost the definition of shonen anime, but there is some very real tension, and it does definitely kind of keep you on your toes through the whole thing. And it was kind of cool to see that it's almost like a Dante's Inferno version of a prison, where each level down is worse.
Yeah, they
and for
like
worse
depending
criminals.
on the level of your crime, they put you on a certain level. Like one, it's just they made it like a tundra, so you just freeze constantly. Another one, it's like a desert,
Yeah.
and they don't give you any water, and you just starve.
who maintains this?
Another one, all the
Dante.
plants are made out of metal, so even walking on grass, you cut your feet.
Oof.
Yeah.
And then
That's right.
Not
Yeah.
if you cut them off.
The funny part is those the lowest level where they keep the highest level criminals. They're just surrounded by sea stone, so they can't use devil fruit powers.
Oh,
Like, it is the least
It's-
terrifying.
yeah.
Other than the fact that any one of those men would murder you if they had the chance.
Well,
Yeah, is they I do believe they actually have a blurb in the manga about it, where in the 6th level, part of the reason why they actually suppress the devil fruit powers in the people there is not because the wardens actually could probably deal with the people kept in the 6th level. It's just they don't want them murdering each other until they can be brought to public execution. So it's really to keep them from murdering each other, because they will.
Which actually, and the reason I love that whole, and I'm sorry if this is getting way too off, but
No,
Impel
it's
Down
cool.
was so good because after Water 7, like that, there was a lot of like build up and payoff. And then you went to
Yeah.
Thriller Bark, Sabachi, I can't ever remember the name of the island, but like and then Amazon Lily, like these really kind of like lower, like right before they go to like the time jump. It's or not right before, but right before they go to Amazon Lily. Like there is a lot of like, oh my god, what's going to happen to the crew? But Impel Down starts the same thing Water 7 started. It's like this big build up to like, oh my god, like how are they going to top this story? And Oda usually does.
Yeah. Yeah, it's there are very few arcs that are not greater than their previous. It really it's one of those go read and watch One Piece. I know it's 700 episodes. It only takes like
Of
a
your
month and a
life.
half.
Only.
Yeah.
Only.
It's a fun ride though. Like even if you just watch like Water Blue or the East Blue, like that, it's just a fun ride.
Yeah. Yeah, it is worth the price of admission.
You know, if you're looking for something, to get up on, and you're interested in anime, like, why not? Just read One Piece. There's only one piece of it. Why don't you just read it? Come on.
One Piece is only a month and a half
It's a
long.
big piece.
In real time.
Like
Back to
playing a
back.
game where you drive through the desert in real time. But there's more stuff to keep you interested than desert.
Yeah.
All right. We've gone through the gamut of the good, what really strikes a chord with us, and what we sort of latch onto. A lot more intricate sort of stuff, some more lighthearted stuff. Things that kind of turn it on their heads, and impossible situations that sometimes that you just want to see. What I like about the sort of Prison Break movie is that it's almost like a puzzle. For some cases, it's like, okay, so you have a certain set of parameters, you know what the goal is to break out. It seems semi-impossible, so how do you do it? And that's kind of why I like it. But sometimes you get some shitty puzzles. Sometimes you get some really bad. You get some real stinkers. So, what are some really bad Prison Break movies, or even just bad attempts at trying to do it? You know what? I'm just going to talk about a movie that, it just didn't sit well with me. Maybe it didn't sit well with me personally. I think maybe it was constructed fine. It's Death Race. It's Death Race with Jason Statham. Look, there's a certain that's like a certified Squirtle. Sirtle
the turtle.
license for bad movies. Poor turtle. But Death Race is a movie where terrible people are thrown in jail, and they have a death race with different inmates, and if you win, 5 times? If you win 5 times in the death race, you get your freedom. And Jason Statham is put in and told, you just gotta wear a mask, and you gotta pretend to be this guy, and you gotta win 2 more matches. And we televise the death race, so just do it, big guy, and it's gonna get us a lot of money, and it's gonna be real good. So just do it and shut up. And I don't know. There's a lot of problems with that particular movie.
And then they go, wait a minute. You mean they've
That's
given us
right. They have like
explosives on our
demolitions
vehicles? And these walls, and these walls are not that bad.
And there was, God, this is just something that like sits poorly with me for the whole movie, is that the warden's like super against cursing, and then at the very end, of course, when Frankenstein, Jason Statham breaks out, she says "God fucking damn it" or something close to that, and it's so thinly veiled and so poor, because you see that she like struggles with anger issues and control the whole time, that it's like, yeah, that's gonna get thrown out the window at the last part of the movie. It's not even gonna mean anything. No one's even gonna remember this. Yeah, pretty much.
Chekhov's curse words.
And they do a section where it's like the female inmates get like drug in on it too. It's a real there's a certain culture for bros, and like if you're into like working out and stuff, that's totally cool, but that movie is definitely labeled as like a bro movie, like something that you just kind of don't think about or watch. I don't know.
So if you're into working out,
sure.
watch Death Race. All right.
if you like to lift and
watch
think
Death
about,
Race.
what it would be like if you were in a prison where you had to race for your life.
Well, yeah. Well, see, but that's the thing. It fits Jason Statham's classic movie
Jason
trope.
Statham.
Yes.
That's part of the new
Jason
Jacob Justice League.
But what I was gonna say was I'm sorry, I'm thinking about
That's his
Statham
power.
now. Yeah. But is Jason Statham only drives cars and shoots guns? Even when he was in the Name of the King, the Dungeon Siege movie, because he rode horses and shot crossbows.
That movie was amazing, by the way.
I have a particular set of skills. That's for you to think about, Stikums. That was a rare poll. But Chris, well done. But Chris, what do you think about when you think about poorly done Prison Break movies?
Okay, I used to work at Blockbuster many years ago, and at one point they wanted us to start shilling for the Medea movies. The series of Tyler Perry. Yeah. So part of that was required to watch and then give my recommendations on the movies. So I had to watch Medea Goes to Jail.
How was it?
Okay. Oh God. I literally this is one of those, people joke about it. I literally would have preferred some level of serious and grievous pain to watching that movie series. Especially this one, because first off, you get the title character gets sent to prison only after firing a machine gun in public. Stealing a forklift and flipping a dude's car with it. Leading cops on a interstate high-speed chase. And then she goes to prison for something really stupid, she freaks out in a supermarket or something and goes to prison. Okay. And then with her anger issues, she gets down with all the bad girls in the prison, and they try to make little escape attempts, and then they go, "No, guys, anger's not the way to solve this. Let's be good people and get our sentences reduced." And then they stop talking about her for the entire rest of the movie to go on to a subplot for people who are completely unrelated, but also the worst people ever, because you have girl who also gets sent to prison to learn to be able to let go of her anger, which is an oddly justified anger because she was gang raped by a group of men who she still stays friends with, the people who
Nice,
brought
Tyler
her
Perry.
to that position. Yeah, it's one of those. Tyler Perry has this thing where he goes, "Well, I made a comedy movie, but I want people to take me seriously, so I'm going to put some real shit in there, but it's going to be the most left field." And then, yeah, so apparently, at the end of it, the bad people get ostracized from the group, and the good people, Medea gets to show up at the wedding that happens at the end of the movie. They don't explain how she got out of prison. It's nothing. It's just she's there. Hey, we can make another 7 movies about her. I don't know.
I know why. Money. But why?
But why do people give it money? It hurts.
Because dumb.
It's
steak dumb.
Yeah. It's one of those, Tyler Perry looked at Eddie Murphy's career and went, "What if I do that?" But I'm less... Yeah.
Except
yeah,
started
but
the point when
I'm
he started going downhill.
Yeah.
Not
No,
any
just
of the
the
I
bad
good
really
parts.
liked
Eddie
it when he
Murphy's
dresses up like multiple people. I should do that, but be a less competent writer and a less funny comedian. That'll work great.
And not an entire family.
Yeah.
Just most of a family.
Yeah. Well, no, because he had to make sure to get his friends jobs.
Most.
That's right. Can't be all the clumps. Then he'd have all the money. Like Eddie Murphy.
Exactly.
But, yes?
Can you contrast it to Ernest Goes to Jail? Who did the better going to jail?
Because he went to jail.
Alright, cool. Just checking. Alright.
I was thinking of Ernest Goes to Jail at some point during that whole rant. I'm glad that I
Seeker,
was
is
on
that
the
what you
same
think of?
wavelength.
Think of Ernest Goes to Jail?
I think of a lot of things
I'm
all
glad,
the time.
I'm glad it's more than just Ernest Goes to Jail.
Most of the time it's Ernest goes to jail, but I want to go last.
Yes,
Can I go
you
last,
can,
Pumpkin?
Dimmsdale.
Good. Because I have two things I really like, so I'm waiting for somebody to
You
steal
know what? I
one
can't
so I
say
can
you
just
have to pick
piggyback.
one because everyone's been skirting it in
I
since
know.
the beginning, and you know what? It's gonna end the next episode anyway, so enjoy it. Well,
Damn it,
no,
it's my
get used to it. You can edit these then. TGI Fridays.
Listen, I already edited the Utropeia podcast. No, I don't. I don't do
I
anything.
do the work, man.
So that's why I'm waiting for somebody to steal one of mine
Okay,
so that I can just
Todd,
piggyback.
what's up, man? What's... Do it.
I guarantee no one's gonna steal mine. Because you know what it is? It's a Ravage 2099. It's goddamn Hell Rock. And you know what? You know what? It's not even so much about prison breaking. It's just a bad prison. It's stupid. It's filled with the baddest of the bad mutoroids. Because you can't just say mutant or something like that. No,
And
it's
adding
stupid
roid
and futury.
is totally the way to do that.
It's true. There's a lot of rage.
It's but it's at some point he goes into a prison filled with the stereotypical worst of the worst, and they're all led by a guy named Deathstrike,
Wow, that's
spelled
Yeah,
with
it
a
is.
Y.
It's actually got 3 edges.
Because of all of the Y points. Because of the Y axis.
But it is, and the only saving grace of Hellrock is eventually Ravage goes back to it, and then they cover the entire island in adamantium and kills everyone, including Ravage, and that's how the series ends. And that's
You know
the
what?
best part
That
of the
is good.
series.
You know what?
I should have
That's
said
pretty
that
good.
for who does it well. When Ravage dies,
You know what?
that's who does
You're
it
right.
well.
It is a good job. Very good job.
That sounds shocking awesome.
Shock, man.
So yeah, that's my example. I don't know how much of an example it was, as much
it
as
was
it was
good.
just me angrily ranting about Ravage 2099.
Because when you
But I
talked
don't get
about
to
it, it
do that
reminded me
very
of
often,
Hellraiser
so thank
when
you.
they go to the stupid labyrinth. When they go to Leviathan and they have to escape the stupid Hellraiser prison that was there, and also technically and not technically, Event Horizon's kind of a prison ship because they're trapped there.
He's done it.
Oh,
God fucking. No,
Are
because
we
Anna has to
talking
tell
about
me
this?
what's a bad example
Good.
of a prison break movie.
Good.
I have just like a trope example, pretty much.
You know, whatever's
But, I mean,
whatever's bad.
It's hard for me because I really enjoy the prison break
Yeah.
trope. I think it's exciting. I think there's a lot of different ways you can do it. You make it dramatic or funny. It's used all the time. I think everyone gets the idea. Usually it's like you being clever to be able to escape from prison,
Mhm.
some kind of plan, which is fun.
Yeah.
I think it closely relates to like a heist kind of movie.
They can be.
It's just similar. It's tense. You want everything to go right so that way your plan works.
It's like a puzzle you have to solve.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
because of that, I tend to be most disappointed when it's like just like someone came to get me.
Oh.
Like someone blew up the wall and now I'm out.
It's like a Powerpuff Girls episode where they just bust through the wall
Yeah,
and just
I mean,
go, just
there's-
break out.
Especially if it's immediate. Yeah, file
Like a file and a cake.
Typical ones, because you want it to be more exciting than that.
Mhm.
You want to think like, wow, that was a smart plan that they had. Like someone was really clever to beat the system.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of disappointing when that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
If that's kind of the focus. I mean, a lot of times it's something else. But
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know. That's my thoughts.
I thought you were going to talk about Stormhawks.
Stormhawks. You know what's funny is I thought about there's an episode of Stormhawks where he breaks out of prison.
It's a Southern style
It's
prison.
actually I don't think it's that bad, to be honest.
No.
That was actually a
It
pretty
was,
decent
yeah,
episode.
it was one of
if
the few I
remember.
liked more, considering how disappointing Stormhawks was.
Besides ding 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 ding
Stormhawks is
ding
full of
ding.
disappointing trope episodes, but that one was actually all right.
I think Stormhawks is just full of disappointment.
I think you're right.
But they do play.
There's
off
no
of,
qualifier needed.
The warden,
Yeah,
which is a strong theme in prison movies.
yeah.
Mhm.
The hard ass warden.
It's like someone who's obsessed with a particular
Yeah.
prisoner or inmate.
In this prison, we do everything by the book. What are you doing?
Yeah.
There's not a single book near you. Get a book by. Go into the choky.
Stuff like
Is Matilda a Prison Break movie?
and the school.
I think that's a prison reform movie.
Starring
That's what
Jason
Chris just talked about.
Statham.
Yes. Children goes to prison starring Jesus. That is the title. It's a long
You
one.
know what? No, but it'll get on the title card.
Oh, good. Right up on the marquee.
Nah, that's good.
A lot of things are escaping. It's just, is it from a prison?
Mm-hmm.
Or what is a prison?
Man, well, like in the Matrix, it's your
You'd
mind.
say, Skeletport.
Skeleton. Every skeleton
He
is in a
escaped
prison
his
of
fleshy
mutant skin.
prison.
Skeleport's the only one who really made it out.
I don't like it. Freaky.
Too freaky. 5 me. I like it. I think Skeleport's the best hero we have.
He is. He's not the hero we deserve. He is the hero we need.
That's an
I believe
episode of Ben 10.
I believe it's been
It is. It was in
canonly
a story.
said that
You
he's
can
the
listen
best
to it.
hero.
Oh my gosh. No, but yeah, in the matrix of meat and flesh, Skeleport is the only one who made it out.
There's an episode of Ben 10 as well. Gwen and the Anodites. Her grandmother, Anodite, basically tries to force her to lose her body.
Yeah, that was
to
an
become
ultimate
a
alien. No.
pure energy.
I hated that
Yeah,
shit.
Alien Force, Alien
It
Squad.
was
Whatever it was, I don't know.
You're laughing.
Alien
it's
Force.
True.
I know. Because her grandma just shows
You
up as a
are
goddamn
an Anodite.
pink ball and says, I'm an Anodite. Magic's not real. YOLO swag 420. And then rips her skin in half.
Freaking Alien Force just turned Ben 10 into Ancient Aliens. Everything was aliens.
Aliens. Why do I still want?
I'm not saying it's aliens,
But
but
it's
it's aliens.
No, it's
Why do I
clearly
watch-
reptilians.
Snakeman.
Mhm.
Snake Hoodman. Always the
Forearms.
Snake Hoodman.
Snake Hoodman.
Guess I'm going forearms. Aw, man. Not forearms. We can sell action figures off of this.
Oh man, ghost arms.
Stink arms. That's my
I love stink arms.
Gray arms.
Human arms.
Humungarms.
Human arms.
No, now that's a different show.
Robot arms.
Bark, bark. I'm sorry, we're getting real off track. Bill.
Alright, I'm just gonna preface, this is just my personal opinion. I don't really have like an example of like it being bad. 'Cause like Anna said, I enjoy, because mine's a video game one, I usually enjoy the Prison Break, because yeah, it like, raises the tension, you get real excited, you want to execute the plan properly. But one I dislike a lot was Final Fantasy VIII, because I loved the story in the first disc, and immediately on the second disc you start with this Prison Break story, and it just killed all the energy that you had coming into it. Like, it wasn't exciting, you're in a giant drill, you have to go down levels, like it was just...
No, that one was... It's literally one of those, like, okay, can I get the fuck out of here so I can go do something else?
Yeah.
So I can get to the fun part.
Because,
of the game.
like, you... Like, it's funny, because Final Fantasy VIII was set up, like, that first disc could have just been its own game. You reached a climax, and then the first disc was done, and then it's just like, you're in this prison, and everybody's like, we failed, and then like, well, let's escape, and it just takes forever. I hated it. But, like I mentioned with the Wakfu episode, it kind of started you on the course of the actual plot of the game. So, I don't know. I don't like it, personally.
No, I get that, man. If it like drags on and there's like, I don't know, because there's like building sort of like hopelessness. I don't know if this actually takes place in the game.
Yeah, I assume that's probably what they're doing, because you failed to assassinate a leader. Like, that was what led you to being in prison, which made sense, but I just think they could have done it a lot better.
I understand that. I don't know. It's kind of tough to get a balance like that for flow, I guess. I mean, it. Mhm.
Yeah, it's the basic the three arc storytelling, building up your action, then you go back down, kind of have a cool down in story before you rise your action again.
No, I agree, and sometimes it's hard to like artfully make that happen again. But yeah, starting the game off on kind of a low note. That actually getting to the fun part of the game is a real problem, I think, for a lot of I don't know if I'd say just RPGs in general, but
it's one of those. I think if they would have made it like half the time it actually takes to go through the whole thing, or it at least made it kind of a more exciting than literally looking at almost the same map for most of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those. It definitely did need a cooldown because the first disc of FF8 is phenomenal.
Cool.
But
it's pretty much nonstop. Like once you pass your seat exam, you kind of like just stumble into this like assassination mission.
But
it's unfortunate that so many people crap on FF8. I
like
think
FF8.
it's my favorite Final Fantasy.
I like it a lot.
yeah,
I love that first disc. I'm not a big fan of where the story goes though.
Killing so many fucking fish or
Space
whatever they
witches
are
and-
to level up your summons. Never mind. No one gets that joke. Never mind.
no, I get the
Okay.
But not fishing too far. I don't. You know what? That's a bad joke. I'm gonna just dock it. So Saker.
Reel it in.
I am. Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
Shucks.
So what do you got, man? What's bad?
I'm just gonna pick one then, because nobody said mine. They couldn't steal it. So I will go with I'll go with the first bad one I thought of, I guess, which is I feel like I mention it under bad almost every single week.
I really hope
even
it's
though
not
I
this
love
one.
it.
But go on.
I think I know
Seriously?
what you're
The
going
Boiling
for.
Avatar.
Rock?
Every single no. What I'm talking about is the Avatar
Okay.
universe, because I'm talking about Legend of Korra. But okay, so beginning of season 3. Season 3 is, by the way, my favorite season of Korra, where the spirit world is now open. Random people are now learning airbending, right? Which is awesome. So we have Zahir, who's been trapped in this prison, and he gains the power to earthbend. He has guards outside of his prison all the time, and yet somehow he gains enough skill in earthbending to, as soon as those guards open the door, trained guards, he is able to overwhelm them immediately. Sure, they weren't expecting it, but how did he get the opportunity to practice? Like, how does he even know what he's doing with this airbending, much less have the opportunity to take down people who are trained to deal with this type of scenario? I don't know, it just makes me so upset that it
should,
seems very...
because Korra destroyed its own continuity with that stupid Spirit World stuff.
I like the Spirit World stuff just fine. I wish they'd...
Yeah, me too. Wait, how did it destroy its own
The
continuity?
Rava stuff.
Because they built up the whole idea that humans learned from like observing
Right.
spirits in nature, and then it just turned into, well, the lion turtles just gave it to people.
That really
It was just a
disappointed
thing.
me.
Yeah, that
That really
retcon,
Oh, I
that
see.
particular retcon. Yeah.
So the whole martial art aspect of it, of them having to train and learn these forms and be able to understand the element,
Nope,
just
you
meant
just got
nothing anymore.
metachlorians in you from lion
I know
turtles,
a lot of
dum
people
dum.
really like that origin story of Juan, the original Avatar, but it's so disappointing because
Juan.
he's
It's
literally
so
like,
fun.
all right, I'm just gonna keep all the spending stuff. And Lion Turtle's like, not that cool with it, but okay.
I can't stop you, even though
It's
I'm
true.
huge and could
Yeah,
stop
No,
you.
It wasn't so much a story of him like
Mhm.
overcoming much. It was just like, yeah, fuck you.
No.
We talk to the Lion Turtle to get magic bending powers whenever we go outside the city.
Yeah, it was
weird.
It was just really strange. And
I was really
taken in a
disappointed
strange
with
direction.
when
but
they
yeah.
introduced new airbenders. It was like so random. It was like random people got airbending.
Well, I kind of liked it. I mean, I think it's interesting that, sometimes it was the people who deserved it, like Boomy or Zahir, and sometimes it was,
Yeah.
Napoleon Dynamite guy who was just like, it's kind of fun to
It
see
ruined
those
the
people
continuity of like
getting,
the spirituality
Of the
of a
airbender.
bender.
Well, that's true. I kind of like that she broke the system and it was glitching out. I mean, in my mind, that was kind
It's
of what was
fun.
happening, but I
I don't
enjoyed
know.
that.
I wish they had kind of doted on the spirit of the airbenders from like the first season, though. Like, what happened to those guys who were like, we built a bunch of really cool like machines and stuff,
The
and we fly
gliders
around, and we're really nice. Maybe we
Yeah.
could be the new air. Okay, never mind. Okay, fine.
Okay. I mean, we worked really hard for it, but I guess never
Like,
mind.
we want this, but I guess we can't get what we want. I don't even care, gosh.
There you go, Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, that was pretty cool when they did that.
The other thing, I'll just say the words.
Well,
Predator.
because I was going to actually
Okay,
go
done.
on your example, because we talked about this after
please
someone got unusually inebriated on Halloween. But the next day, you brought this up, and I had mentioned, it would be nice if they had talked about, like, Zahir saying, I had trained mentally. Or like when Iroh was escaping prison, he like worked out when the guards weren't there. Like they actually explained how he was able to do it. For Zahir, it's just I'm gonna sit down and think about really wanting to airbend. I mean, was that even what he was thinking about? If he was like actually training in the spirit world to like prepare his body or something like that, I don't know. I wanted something like that. And
I
also
guess they kind of imply like he meditated every day forever.
Yeah.
And because he was isolated for so long, he was like so readily able to access the spirit world.
Oh.
I kind of saw it as like a Guru Batik kind of thing, where he was just so like mentally trained.
Yeah.
That he
was
just
able to access
he just
right
did
away.
it. He saw the opportunity and he went for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I sort of get it too, because he's able to unlock, flying later, which no other airbender has ever. So obviously he's got some sort of natural, kin to it. But
They really don't explain it ever. They just sort of
of.
assume you can guess it.
I've got it now, lol.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
And also, I mean, those guards, they haven't had to do shit outside, man. They got this cush job. All they got to do is stand around this dude who can't do anything in the cold ass place, send a paycheck home.
Yeah.
Come on.
Actually, that whole first couple episodes were all prison escapes
those
for the
prisons were
villains,
all
which
very
was kind of fun, actually.
But yeah, no.
Yeah, they were cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, cool. No, I thought that was a good example. I'm glad we talked about it. Okay, and now we are at the final segment. But what I was thinking is we talk about, maybe a little bit of our final thoughts, maybe stuff that we'd like to see more, just stuff that we didn't get to talk about in general. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting over a little bit of sickness this week. Flu stuff. That's not important. I hope the flu escapes my body and goes somewhere else, not in anyone I love or care about. But the movie that I was thinking of that I'd really like and we didn't get to talk about was Escape from New York. Yeah, no one talked about it. I really like that movie. I only found out about it like a couple months ago. I haven't seen Escape from LA, but I hear that's fun too. I understand less so, but it's the same movie. I really like it. Just having that big cordoned off island, and you have to like send a guy in to get the president. I don't know. It was just a really cool movie, and that to save the president. And you got
Is he a bad enough
voice
dude?
cracking. And you got a character from a franchise out of that whole series, out of that whole movie, Snake Plissken. That's Snake. That's Metal Gear Solid. That's him directly. I don't know. It's a really cool movie. I really want to see more stuff like that. It's like a free for all. Like the prisoners sort of like guard themselves. It's like a self-governing sort of situation. I really like that. That's the first time I've ever seen anything like that, and I'm sure it's emulated and used a lot more. I just really dig that trope. And it's semi-serious and semi-not, because you've got like a lot of like weirdo characters in there who just like act as taxi drivers or are just like the smart guy inside the prison. Or it's like the most normal people are in there and can like kind of control things because they're not, fucking weird. I don't know. I just really dig it, and that was my 2 cents about it, I guess. There were other movies, but I'm gonna kick it off to Anna. No, any final thoughts? Anything that you'd like to see more of? Anything that you just like really dig and want to gush about? I don't know.
Well, I did it as a redacted before, so I don't know if I'll mention it again. But Matrix, very old one, very classic. It's different. It's kind of an outside the box as far as a Prison Break, but it's just cool. And we kind of mentioned it as that was my first rated R movie.
A lot of first rated R movies.
It really didn't have to be. There's nothing really that bad in the original Matrix. But yeah,
Cool.
Prison Breaks, I already talked about a lot
Yeah.
of it, but I really enjoy Prison Breaks. You know, even the ones that are overdone, I still tend to enjoy, just because it is like thriller sort of.
Overdone like Escape Plan, the Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Escape Plan was hilarious. Okay. It is. Go watch it.
It came out. I think it's under the 2-year rule, so we can't really talk about it.
It might be under the 2-year rule, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
There's nothing to spoil. Arnold Schwarzenegger gets caught in a special super prison.
Not Jason Statham. Rocky. It's Rocky 4. Thanks, Rocky 4, for breaking out of prison. It's really the premise of just, it's this guy who's an escape artist, and he goes to like
his job is to escape from prisons.
Yeah,
he gets sent to a prison he can't escape from.
Yeah, and he and Arnold Schwarzenegger have to break out, and it's like dudes in fucking Venetian masks are guarding the prison, and it's like rotating glass cells, and everything's super timed, and they have to figure
If you just like Google it and see a picture, you'll immediately get it.
It's like they took that trope of Prison Break and they amped it up to 11 with an Expendables twist, and it's so effing fun. I would recommend it, actually. Get up on that. Like, catch up with that movie. You must have heard it before. That'll happen so much. I'm sorry. Mr. Moonjump, any final thoughts here?
The one I'd really like to plug, it's cheap and on Steam, is if you guys haven't played I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, which is an adaptation of Harlan Ellison's novel of the same name. It deals with 5 prisoners being tortured by the sentient AI that now has taken over Earth.
Can I mention something?
And
I literally opened that up for the first time, had no idea what it was about. The game opens up with, which one of you is ready? And I'm like, well, there's all these characters. Maybe I'll be this old man. Keep in mind, I have never heard of the novel. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, maybe this guy's gonna be a wizard or something.
No,
Nazi camp.
he's a war criminal. Yeah.
I was like, whoa!
Never ever pick an old man unless they explicitly say, this is a wizard.
I don't know if the other characters are any better, but that was not what I was expecting.
No. No.
Not at all.
But not the kind you want to be.
That's such a good quote. Okay.
But yeah, that's one. It's normally only $5 on Steam, but it goes on sale all the time. And yeah, totally recommend playing through it. You'll enjoy it. It's yes,
and reading the original
yes.
story,
There are some
which is
changes
also
from the
amazing.
original story to the game. Yeah.
A ton of changes. Yeah.
But no, it's one of those. It's a very interesting, both kind of moral perspective, and it's point and click adventure game. We don't get those that often anymore, so it's kind of nice to go back and do an old one.
I agree. Saker. Anything? Yeah?
Yeah, I like it when Prison Breaks mess up. Again, I like deconstruction. Specifically, what I thought of when I thought of this was, you mentioned Metal Gear earlier, with Snake Plissken. I mean, in Metal Gear Solid 1, you're breaking into a prison to break a guy out, and as soon as you get him, he has a heart attack and dies. Which I remember as a kid thinking, instead of like being shocked, I thought that was really funny. Like, well, I did it.
A man is dead.
I had a great sense of humor. But I don't know. I like it when Prison Breaks go horribly wrong, and I guess that's not horribly wrong. But I don't know. I think that would be a
more
fun
Prison
thing
Breaks
to,
gone
to
wrong,
explore
or more you keep effing up and you keep having to go back and get punished for it. Sure.
Yeah.
Heart attack prison.
Yeah,
More
yeah.
heart attacks.
Heart attack prison. Yeah, I just
You know what a
want
good
more
title
heart
for that
attacks.
movie would be? Cardiac arrest.
Wait.
I'm so sorry, Todd.
I was trying to think of a
we can
good
co-write
setup
that
for
joke.
that
It's okay.
too. The exact same joke. Oh.
Do you want to have that be the
So
episode
close.
title?
I was so close.
Okay.
Cardiac arrest.
Okay, I like this.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's compromise. We'll have that be the episode title.
Woo, Todd. Since I stole that wonderful joke. Yes, absolutely.
On the title card, can we have like a heart behind bars too? Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. I just thought of this just a few minutes ago when you guys started talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger. But an interesting kind of play on Prison
Saker,
Break,
how did you
but
not
Prison
okay,
Break,
never
is
mind.
The Running Man.
I like Running Man. No, you're right. I should have said it.
But in that, they're criminals that essentially have to play a
It's like a
murder
bad Death
game,
Race.
and then they'll be set free afterwards. Yeah. So, like, it's a fun movie, and it's like a play on like the game shows and reality television.
It's essentially like
and shit that
Smash
was going
TV
on at
movie.
that time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, well, I believe
Based
Smash
on-
TV was
Yeah,
Running
it
Man,
was.
the video game.
Fair enough.
it's funny because I just saw that for the first time. I go to a 24-hour sci-fi movie marathon every year in Columbus, and I saw that was on the list. So the month before, I read the Stephen King book, and I was like, "Oh man, this was really good! I can't wait to watch this movie." And the movie,
So,
the movie is just one-liners and ridiculous bullshit. It is.
I hope you left enough room in your stomach for my fist. Whatever it is, I'm going to ram it into your
It's so
stomach.
good.
Here's Sub-Zero. Now just plain Zero.
Hey, Todd.
Why
Here's
is
the
this
dinosaurs.
movie so good?
The Ice Age.
Now
What's
just
the one
makes
where he
sense.
like impales a
That wasn't
dude
the
on like a pipe and he says just let off some steam and there's like a bunch of steam going out of the guy when he impales him on it. I think it's Running Man.
Is there-
Prove me
I
wrong,
don't
audience.
know.
Prove me
Yeah, it might
wrong.
be.
It's funny. It's funny because I don't remember a lot of the one-liners, but I remember Dynamo,
In
the
Taser Gear.
opera singing fat guy in like, yeah, and he's like in a little like
The Shriner car.
like a hover round.
I will link that in the description, whatever it was that you sent.
It's just
Thank you.
that line is from Commando.
Okay.
That's a
good.
YouTube video. Of it.
But I like that, and one thing I do want to mention
Yes.
because Bill mentioned escaping prison in Wakfu
Oh, yeah.
earlier. In the Wakfu MMO, and I only because of a certain way that me and MrYu video played the game. We spent an entire night playing that game, breaking out of jail, and it was the best thing ever. But
like
that's
it.
it. That's all I got.
Speaking
It's
of Go
good
Mr. U
times.
video, any final thoughts to close this out?
Oh my god.
No.
No.
Alright. It's good.
What
There
up?
you go.
You already
Breakout.
escaped from this podcast.
Yep.
I've got nothing. Oh, City Escape. That's like escaping a prison, right?
Follow me.
Rolling around at the speed of
Follow me.
sound.
Trust me, and we will escape from the city.
Follow me, set me free.
Trust
me, and we will
Trust me, and
escape
we
from
will
the
escape
city.
from the city.
Escape from the
Oh, we
I like
all went to
instead of a
different
big
parts.
semi truck chasing him, it's like
Shut
It's
up.
Jason Statham's. That's maybe a banner at
in
least.
the police car.
That's the sound of Steakums. Good cast. All right. I think that's I think that's pretty good. Talking about all the different parts. I really do like prison movies. In terms of like the prison breakouts, we didn't really go into the heist movies too much, but I think that'd probably be a good subject to go into later for Shanksgiving, the all-month. We're not doing one for prison stuff for Thanksgiving. No, next week. It's been a while since we've done elemental powers and its superpowers, and those are the ones that I geek out the most about. You know what? We're going fire. We've gone water. We've gone ice. I think it's about time we spit some hot fire. We actually put our money down on the table and we spit some hot fire. We put down some sick rhymes. Fire! Bonfire! Skrill, the Skrills that thrill. Go and listen to him on itunes.bandcamp.mp3player.com. Give me money. If you'd
Give
like
me
Utropia
monies.
Podcast to sponsor you, why? But please do. Thank you all for listening in on Utropia Podcast. We look forward to entertaining you guys. If you like us, please let us know so that I feel good about myself and I like pandering. But yeah, this has been your host, Ken, aka Pumpken. And also signing off with me is Anna Cranberry.
Good night.
Saker, aka Dimmsdale.
Good night.
Todd Ogredose.
Good evening.
Ooh, it could be any time. Bill, MrYu video.
See you later.
And Chris Moonjump.
Good night.
Good night.
I expected at least one drop. Good luck.
Good luck. Ah, that's a nice one.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Okay.
It is
Okay.
terrible.
Redacted. And until we talk geek next week, hope you found what you found what you hoped for.
Flawless.
Try and break out
Nailed
of that
it.
one. Did it, Dad. All right. Talk to you guys next week. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.